So it's kind of funny that now I am known as like the organic gardening cooking girl, because back in the day, young adult newlywed, I couldn't have cared less about what we were eating. I used to make fun of people who bought organic. Like, I thought it was ridiculous and a waste of time. And I thought it was just a lot of fuss about nothing. The thing that changed that was our first child. And I think that's a common experience for a lot of moms is, you're footloose and fancy free until you bring this other human into the world that you're responsible for. And you're like, you know what? I need to start paying attention, and I want to feed them properly as they grow, and I need to take care of my own body. And Leslie, horses should stay on all day since it's so cold.
Okay. Wait, where'd you put them? Wait, why'd you move them?
Because this is too drafty and they had more straw over there. Okay. What am I eating? And where is it coming from? And what is this ingredient? And why is there this, artificial sweeteners and corn syrup and everything? And I started to ask those questions, which led me down this, giant path, rabbit trail, if you will, of, I don't really think this is great for us, and I'm going to stop buying this, and I'm going to learn how to make this from scratch. And so that's been a really big growth experience for me, whether I'm asking myself, is homeschooling right for us with how we're educating our children? Am I giving my children what they need? Do they have enough social interaction here 100 million miles from civilization? Or, did we pick the right place to put down roots? We have some pretty hardcore roots right now with businesses and our home. We put a lot of time in our homestead. It's also extreme weather and wind and not a lot of people. Did we pick the right place? I don't know. So I think this whole homesteading journey has been a process of us asking questions, a lot of questions. And the biggest one has been, why do we have to do it like everybody else?
I feel like in life, we can paralyze ourselves by the stories we tell ourselves. That I'm not good enough to do this, or I don't come from the right pedigree or the right genetic line or the right background, or have, whatever those stories are, those stories can weigh us down. And I know I had my fair share of them for a long time that just kept me imprisoned.
I heard an author call it once a thought-terminating cliche, where there's these things we say, whether it's religion or other things, that as a society, it's kind of accepted that if someone speaks this to you, you just shut down discourse. Like, okay, I hit the brick wall, it's fine, we're done, I'll change the subject.
What is the story I'm telling myself? Sometimes just identifying that story of saying it out loud or writing it down in and of itself is enough to kind of start to crack that, to start to shatter.
Stepping across that line for the first time, even reading certain authors, I was scared to tell certain friends the books I was reading because it automatically put me in a different camp, and that's dangerous and that's forbidden. And so crossing that line for that first time was one of the scariest things ever. What if this thing that I've believed my whole life, or this thing that I've been told is the only way, is not the case? Like, what would that mean, and what would happen?